I'm John Pringle. I'm the track operator here at High Springs BMX. I've been running the track for 12 years. I ride for Profile Racing out of St. Pete. I've been with them for 15 years. We do nationals and state races and all that stuff. So it's a fun sport, family sport. You know, you got your dads to get into it, grandfathers. You know, that's what it's all about. It's family and kids and being around it and stuff. So I grew up around BMX. I started racing when I was 11. So it's just one of those things.
How old are you now currently?
I am 56. And I ride 56 and over expert class in the 56-60 cruiser class. Raced all the way till I was 16, and then kind of got into high school sports and stuff, got into that. Started racing motorcycles for about 4 years and stuff, and then kind of got out of that and got back into BMX when I was 34 and been racing ever since. Having her here too actually works out pretty well, especially when we have girls, because we have a lot of girls too. So when she's here and not traveling all the time, you know, I get it. When you're on the high profile and traveling all the time, it's hard to get back to your local track. But when she's here at the local track, helping out some of the girls, and actually she was helping out the new boy today too, so it worked out pretty well. So I try to get her to interact with some of the younger girls and stuff like that, and help out with that stuff. And you know, she's trying to get her if I'm not mistaken, she's trying to get her coaching license. So if she gets her coaching license, it helps out a lot too for us, and she can do clinics. I know a lot of the girls we have here always like looking towards her and stuff like that, and when she's here they're all always wanting to be around her and stuff like that. So it's a fun thing.
What would you say to someone that knows absolutely nothing about BMX and may be interested, maybe want to get involved?
USA BMX has a one-day trial period, so you can come out and try it for free when you get into it and stuff, and then there's a membership fee, and it goes to USA BMX and stuff like that. So I always tell parents, if they want to try it, and if you have a bike at home, bring your bike. If you need a helmet and stuff, we have plenty of helmets here. We have plenty of bikes and stuff, but I feel like the kids are more comfortable riding their own bikes, and they'll be more comfortable riding on the track. And then when they get used to that, then we can set them up with a race bike and see how it goes. I'll fill out some paperwork and stuff with the lady at the concession building, and then I'll come out and show them how to get around the track and stuff like that, so they feel comfortable and all that. And I usually get the parents interacting so they can see what I'm doing. So if I'm off doing some other stuff, at least they know what's going on, and then they can watch their kids at the same time. And sometimes it works out pretty good, because when the dads get all interested in what's going on, they end up wanting to ride themselves, and it's pretty cool. COVID actually gave some of the kids more opportunity to realize what BMX is too, because a lot of the sports, indoor stuff, you couldn't do. Outdoors you could do it, but to a minimum. And when they realized BMX, they were like, wow, you know. And most of the parents started doing that, so you know, the kids would have something to do and not, you know, be stuck at home. And it actually worked out great, and the kids that I thought would leave actually stayed into it, and families stayed, and fathers have started racing too. For example, the Beauregards, they got 10 kids, and they're from Stark and stuff, and they are totally into it. State racing and stuff like that. They haven't done nationals, but they're doing state races. But that's how it usually starts. You do your local program, and if you start doing that and you go into your state program, your racing state program, and then sometimes, hey, look, if there's a national in Florida, do a national and see how it is and stuff like that. So that's usually how it starts. And confidence of what you do, and then getting rankings and stuff like that. And when you start doing rankings and state series and stuff like that, winning #1 is a big excitement for the kids and the family and stuff. So it steps it up. The biggest thing is, you know, what I say to kids is, when they fall and sometimes they get really scared, I said, don't let that beat you. You know, don't let the track. I always say, don't let the track beat you. Get up, stand up, and take it on and stuff like that. You know, you don't want to let the track beat you like that. You know, you go out and ride and build your confidence back up, and then when you build your confidence back up, it makes you feel really good about yourself, and you stay with it and stuff like that. And then dreams could happen. Like I said, like Skittles has been riding since she was a little girl, and look at where she's at now. And it's been amazing, you know, and having that ability to do that is pretty awesome. So it was sad. So he sold it out, and He comes here. He's been coming by here. What he's got left to sell the rest, but it's a shame. And then now it's really hard because there's not many BMX bike shops around here. Super cool bikes in Gainesville. He's from High Springs, so he's trying to work something out with us. I usually go through Will Power Cycles in Orlando.
I appreciate you addressing that because that was my first concern that just rolled through my head. I was like, that's where I got my free agent cruiser when I bought one. You know what I mean? Was from Jim Gabriel. I knew this was the track, and like I just wanted to support him. I think at the time, legitly, when I first like came around, I think Jim was like the mayor of High Springs.
He was the city manager. That's what it was. That's what brung the track and all the other stuff here. And then he ran it for a good 7 to 8 years. And then voted out, and then somebody else took over, and then somebody else wanted out, and then asked me if I would want to do it because we were trying to keep it here. And then I was at a meeting. I'm always on the back doors helping out, you know. And then they asked me to come to a meeting. Came to a meeting, and it's like, well, what we have to do to keep this together. And it says, well, you be a track operator, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I getting into? Because I know how hard it is. I've seen it over the years. Not an easy job. I said, well, all right, let's do it. You know, and keep it running to keep his kids here. We've grown, and you can see the track, asphalt and stuff. Like you said, you haven't been here in a long time, so asphalt. We got a new starting gate. We did the turn. Thank you, Miss Hip Construction. Donated that. I had Nelson, he used to work with him, helped us out to get the turn. I told her, and she donated it to us, and I told her your name will be on it as long as I'm here. Just last year we just did the new pole barn, and I don't know, you remember when we had the small concession building, so we got a bigger concession building, and we just purchased the new bike barn here, and then we got rid of the big sea container and then moved that little barn down there, and that's pretty much our tools and stuff, and then our bikes are in here and stuff like that. And like I said, everything we do, we're all volunteer based. We have to pay for our electric bill and all that stuff. We lease the land from the city and stuff like that. And we work good with the city. The city loves us. We bring a big economic impact into here in High Springs and stuff, so they love that. A lot of people come from all over. We just had our state race this past, April and stuff. And in September, we had the Gold Cup Championship here. First time ever in Florida. It was awesome. We had over 5,000 riders here, so it was really, really good. The place was just packed. Picked up some sponsors and stuff. You know, we got Arrow and stuff. Visit Gainesville. So Gainesville Sports Commission is with Jolene, and we work with her. And then Visit Gainesville work with it helps us out too. You see it. This is it. You know, and having Skittles here as a local, and she just turned pro, and then now she got onto the U.S. team and stuff. So she's representing the Youth 23. So that's awesome and stuff. And I know it's her birthday too today. So stay tilted.
Well, I have something for you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you can only imagine what's in there.
Some Skittles.
I couldn't resist.
Ooh, the wild berries are fire. Thank you, Tote, for coming out.